Wow. The Lele. YouTube, today we are using a team inspired by my playthrough of Emerald Kaizo, which if you haven't already, I've been streaming it. Twitch.tv/JamesW Baek, link in the description down below. Go check me out on my Twitch channel and all my other social medias for VGC, Emerald Kaizo, and a bunch of other things as well. And yeah, we are using a Kabutops Salamence team. It was really fun. The last episode was a blast, and I really hope that we get to show off more of the team. Especially, I would like to bring Salamence in the game, and maybe Kabutops can do some more work. That is the goal, but let's get started. But before that, 2 weeks to grab this team. Make sure you do so. The code will expire if you don't grab it within the next 2 weeks that this video is up, but otherwise there is a placement down below if you do want to try it out. And of course, as always, leave a like down below on the video, leave a comment down below about the battles, as well as if you do enjoy the team and like seeing some Kabutops Salamence action. Let's get started and play some games. All right, high rated opponent from Japan with a really hyper offensive team. Like really hyper offensive here. Duraludon is annoying. I don't have a good Duraludon matchup, I think. Yeah, Duraludon's really annoying. I think I go Sylveon plus Incineroar is my best option. I think Rain, unfortunately, is just not great here. Yeah, I don't think Rain's good, but I think Salamence is good, and Kartana, if I'm able to get rid of Cinderace and prevent Trick Room from going up again, is fantastic. So I kind of like those 4 Pokemon. Rain, unfortunately, just doesn't do well against a lot of these Pokemon. It does well against obviously Mamoswine and Cinderace, but it doesn't do well against the Duraludon, which I think is going to be the lead here with Whimsicott, I would imagine. I think it's really strong against my team. And then of course there is the Urshifu, which is also a bit problematic. So yeah, also I don't think it's worth bringing like 2 Mons for the Rain setup when I think I have like a very reliable 4 here that can do wonders, I think, in the matchup. So let's see how this is going to go. This is definitely a very scary one right here, but I think Salamence can come through. We have a Whimsicott and Tapu Lele, which is not what I expected, but okay. Against my Incineroar plus Sylveon lead, okay. It's just interesting to see Tapu Lele here because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to expect, but that's fine. I think I'm parting shot at the Lele turn 1, and then I protect Sylveon this turn because Psychic is doing way too much damage, I think. So yeah, we'll parting shot here the Sylveon, and we'll go for the protect. I wonder if it's Scarf Lele. That's one concern I have. Or whether Specs or Scarf. Psyshock is a very scary move here. Let's see what my opponent decides to do here. I think it's Tailwind offense, but it could just be attacks right here. They go for the Moonblast. Okay, they're doubling up my Sylveon, I think. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. The Psyshock, and then we go for the parting shot right here into the Lele. We're able to reduce that damage output, which is nice. I get to go into Kartana right here. Salamence would be a bad play. And then afterward, I think I Smart Strike the Whimsicott because I want to try to because then I can switch in Incineroar, and yeah, I think Incineroar is a really nice call here. So we'll Smart Strike the Whimsicott and we'll switch out into our Incineroar here because I want to keep Tapu Lele on the field because it's just not doing much with its Psyshock, even though it's a threat potentially later. I think as long as I keep Kartana alive, I can always threaten the Lele in the following turns. So let's see here. Because no switch out for my opponent, which is really good for me. We're going to see a Moonblast come out. Okay. Into Sylveon. Okay, so I think they're aggressively targeting the Sylveon, which is nice. Smart Strike into the Whimsicott. Let's see if it's Focus Sash or not. It is Focus Sash. Okay, beautiful. And we're going to see the Lele go for the Psyshock attempt into the Incineroar. Nice. So we know it's Specs Lele. That's confirmed. So that's really nice here. I got a KO into the Whimsicott slot here, which is nice. Or I could try to catch whatever's coming in. I think Sacred Sword, actually. I think Sacred Sword in the parting shot here is actually really good into Tapu Lele. It covers like so many potential switch-ins right now. Urshifu, Cinderace, the Mamoswine, as well as the Duraludon. I think like parting shot... Like I could Flare Blitz here for offensive damage, but I don't want to give my opponent a free switch, I think. So I'd rather just Sacred Sword and go for it. But okay, they stay in, which makes sense. They don't want anything caught in the back, which I think that's fair. Psyshock into Kartana shouldn't do too much. That still does actually a lot because it's Psychic Terrain. Tapu Lele is insane. We Sacred Sword, trying to catch a switch here. And we parting shot the Lele once again. Okay, I have quick attack for the Whimsicott if I really have to resort to that, which is nice. So I think I'll go Sylveon here. I could go on the offense with Hyper Voice and Leaf Blade, I think, into the top of the Lele slot. I could get a double knockout here. That does give my opponent a... that does make things a little bit complicated because if it's Mammal Swine... Oh, if it's Mammal Swine it plus Cinderace in the back, I don't want to do that because I definitely don't want to give them the free switches. So I think I want a Sacred Sword, the Whimsicott, actually. And I think I want to... Because I want to make sure Tailwind never gets up in the game. I think I protect Sylveon again. I don't want to go Incineroar once again. This could be Moonblast Psyshock into the slot, though. I think Protect is okay with Sylveon this turn. Like, even if it's a double up into Kartana, Kartana survives at the end of the day, which I think is okay. So we'll protect our Sylveon here. Moonblast going to go into Kartana. Makes sense. Psyshock double up is fair. Even with Assault Vest on Kartana, still taking a lot. Yeah, they do make the read. Very good call on their part. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is still better for me because of the fact that I'm stalling out the Tailwind enough, which is nice. The Lele's still not doing much. If they go Cinderace here, it's really good for me, I think. Because if they go Cinderace, I get to go for the Intimidate, and I think a Yawn to Cinderace, which I think would be fantastic here. Yeah, perfect. I don't know if they leave Kartana alive. We'll find out, I guess. I'm going to go Incineroar here, though, and I'm going to click Yawn. I think it is my best play here. I think even if I lose Sylveon here on a double up, if it double up KOs, if it's Steel Spike, I get a free Ment Switch, which is still pretty good. And then the Cinderace is at -2, which is pretty ideal. So let's see how this is going to go. We're going to get an Intimidate off into the Cinderace. Very big, very big. I think it's probably Side Shot. It's White Herb. They went for high jump kick. Oh, please tell me it's the Sylveon slot. okay. Match. Oh, that is so good. A Yawn into the Cinderace slot. Very beautiful. Kind of wants them to switch out, which is amazing here. And I think we Hyper Voice Flare Blitz double up. I think that's the call because I don't know what exactly they want to switch out into. Because now they're in a weird spot. Lele's not doing any damage with the terrain gone. Cinderace basically stays in and it falls asleep next turn, which is beautiful for me, or switches out and someone gets heavily punished. So I think it's worth it, especially since that's their Airstream mod. We're seeing a Dynamax though. Okay. Which is completely fine. Like Dynamax Cinderace falls asleep. That's perfectly okay. Wow. The Lele. The Lele's at -2 though, so I'm completely okay, but that's an interesting out here. Oh, are they star falling? I guess they're star falling, okay. So I lose Incineroar, which is fine, and then this should be Starfall. But Hyper Voice should KO Cinderace, I'd imagine. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Please don't crit. You gotta be kidding me, man. Oh, that's game over. That's game over, I think. Well, it's not game over, I guess. I have to hope Cinderace misses attack there, but I had such a good position. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate, man. Like, I played around this immensely well. I mean, it was a good... I mean, was it a good Starfall if I was KOing the Cinderace anyway? Alright, we double up the Lele. Hope we can dodge the Cinderace attack. I mean, that's my only out here. I might have an out depending on what the back Pokemon is. We'll find out, I guess. Let's double in the Lele. Mammal Swine endgame's scary. If it's Urshifu, it's doable, I guess. So we'll Dynamax our Salamence. I guess I don't know if I have Protect on Cart, but I just don't see a reason to attack the Salamence with Cinderace in this position. Fireball. This is big. It hits. I mean, if Weakness Policy Ments can come through, maybe. I mean, if they activate the policy here, they might not. They might just go for the max psychic here. Okay. Okay, they do go for Starfall. That still does a lot for a -2 Starfall. I mean, I am gonna get my weakness policy. It has to be like the Duraludon in the back for me to win, I think. I think it has to be Dynamax. Yeah, it has to be Duraludon. We'll Airstream the Tapu Lele, because it's probably choice locked anyway, so it doesn't have Max Guard as an option. Eliminate the Lele. Last Pokemon has to be Duraludon. If it's Duraludon, I think we win. Or it has to be a Pokemon. It can't be Mamoswine. It has to be... Well, actually, no. We know the Focus Sash doesn't exist. Because Whimsicott got at the Focus Sash. Goes for Giga Impact. Interesting. But if it's Urshifu, there's Sucker Punch, and it's probably Choice Banded. It has to be Duraludon, or else, like, no matter what priority, I get screwed by. That's Mamoswine anyway, so yeah, Ice Shard is imminent here, unless it doesn't have Ice Shard for some reason. Let's Max Dragon, I guess. Should have Ice Shard. Should always have Ice Shard. Yep. Super unlucky crit. Why did I say it out loud? Oh, what was me? But, yeah, so, I mean, it was going so well according to game plan. As like everything I think I said in the game pretty much was like working toward my favor. As I mentioned before, the reason why I didn't want to take the double KO onto the Lele and the Whimsicott that exact timing was because of the fact I was worried about that exact situation right there with the Cinderace plus Mamoswine. If they were able to Airstream with the Cinderace next to Mamoswine for freely, that was big trouble for me, because then I'd just be outsped the entire time, and they would be always threatening the KO on my Mens with, I think, Icicle Crash, especially I don't know if it revealed Life Orb on that, but yeah, that's what I'd imagine. So I think like I played it around immensely too with the parting shot. I was calling aggressive switches. Like even if they didn't work, the position was still better than if I took the double KO on those Pokemon specifically. And then I was stalling out Tailwind, preventing the Tailwind from ever being set up. And I put myself in a position to KO the Cinderace, which meant that or like put the Cinderace to sleep potentially. But yeah, just that one crit ended up downfalling. But I feel like I don't think I would change what I would have played realistically. Like I would have been playing around crits anyway, especially with like a hyper offensive team like that. But yeah, I mean, what else could I have done? Protect? I guess I could protect it. I would have lost so much momentum though, so I don't think it would have been worth it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy or like proud of how I played that game. I think still, like, just if obviously 4% difference, like I like the 96% chance of that game going super well in my favor. But you know, that's Pokemon for you. Parish 2, number 78 on the ladder. Ooh, I actually this is interesting because I have no idea of what they bring specifically, because I don't know if they're gonna go Colossal in this mode, because I have a Kabutops, and Kabutops can mess them up immensely. Interesting here. I'm not exactly too sure what to go here. I could leave Politoed Kabutops. That sounds terrible because Rillaboom's a thing. Am I gonna go Sylveon in this matchup? I could. Sylveon Salamence doesn't sound terrible in this matchup. I really want a way to threaten the Cole though. I don't think they're gonna lead Cole, but they might, which is the frustrating part. I think Salamence Kabutops is probably fine. Politoed Sylveon in the back, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no, should I brought real Incineroar? I should have probably brought Incineroar because of the Rillaboom. So the reason I'm not bringing Kartana is I think this is more like, what if Perish is a bluff? This could be like huge power Ozzy with Belly Drum. But I think it's going to be Sap Sipper. If it is Perish, it always runs Sap Sipper. So let's see. Azumarill Colossal lead. Okay. I'm hoping they target my Kabutops, but we'll find out. They could also switch out the Colossal, but let's see here. I'm gonna go for the Liquidation and Max Geyser. They might not expect me to actually... They might expect my Politoed to swap here, which would be really funny. That would be pretty funny, and I think they actually might, because they might not know I have Max Geyser on this, so I'm gonna double it up anyway just to be safe. I'm gonna go for Geyser plus Liquidation. We're gonna see the Colossal swap though. Is this Rillaboom? Amoonguss, okay. So this is interesting. It's actually pretty nice too because I'm able to get a geyser off. I think this is probably a eject button on Amoonguss, I'd assume. And if it's a eject button Amoonguss, that means if Golf comes in, it's taking a liquidation, which it doesn't really appreciate, which is actually very nice for me. So, and I don't know. Do they have Rillaboom back? I'm not sure. I actually have no clue. Let's find out, I guess. So we go for Max Geyser. I hope this isn't Belly Drum. Worst case is Belly Drum. But I guess you could play around Belly Drum a bit. It's actually really difficult to play around Belly Drum. Yeah, it'd be pretty much impossible, I think. We're going to see the eject button. Is this actually Rillaboom? If it's Goff, like Liquidation gets a KO here, basically, I think. Or like it's going to bring it to Sash, which is huge anyway. Yeah, so here comes Liquidation into the Goff slot. That's so much damage, yeah. Oh, it's Barry on Goff. It's okay. And then this Perish, yep. I have Swords Dance on Kabutops, which helps here. I'm gonna go for Airstream into, I think, the Azumarill slot and Swords Dance up. Because Goff obviously can't really afford to, I think, be lost here. So I do have Swords Dance, and this is actually a very good time to reveal it. So Goff is going to protect, no surprise. Yep, you need to keep Goff around. I don't know if Alzu actually protects or not. It does. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I should be able to get maybe a double knockout here. So we pair Song up. Unfortunately, we would lose our Max in the position at this rate. Although my opponent's losing 2 Pokemon for sure. Here comes a Max Airstream into the Azu. We'll do some chip. And then we just always Rock Slide and Airstream the Azu slot because we always get a knockout in this position. Rock Slide will KO every single Pokemon, and yeah. So we go for the Airstream and we go for the Rock Slide. They're probably going to go into Amoonguss for, I think, Gothitelle. But no, they're going to swap out the Azu slot into the Amoonguss. Okay, that's fine too. Goff gonna go for the double. It fails. Oh, that's perfect actually, because now I'm able to get I can swap. Okay, that's cool. So I'm able to eliminate the Amoonguss. Okay, this is really good, I think. Yeah, this is pretty solid. Although it's a mind game now because they don't know if I'm gonna attack the Colossal, like if I'm gonna bother targeting the Colossal or not. So this is still a weird position. I just gotta make, and Azu Perish is actually very scary endgame wise. It depends. Do they raid me? The question is, do they raid me double? Do they max guard here with the Colossal or not? That's a huge factor. Salamance's Dynamax is over. I want to make a read so bad and commit to targeting Colossal, yet it's just not a safe, sustainable play, I think. I definitely go, I think, Sylveon here. The question is, do I double swap here? I think double swap is fair. I feel like that they have to double attack, right? I don't think they can. I think well, Aqua Jet's going to do a lot in the rain. This is tough. I want to call them so badly to attack here, and I want to KO the Colossal because if I KO Colossal, I think I just straight up win. But let's play it. Let's play this, I think. Actually, I should have swapped in the opposite slots. This is a terrible swap order. Although they would probably Meteor Beam anyway. I don't think they overgrow. So this is Colossal attack or max guard. It has to be one of the two. You're definitely doing one of the two. Let's see. This endgame got tougher, man. Although very, very doable. Let's see. They did attack. I should have went with my gut. Oh, that would have been so huge. All right. So this is policy. This is probably, this is no flare, right? This is always a Vocalith. Yeah, I don't know into which slot though. Dang, I should have attacked. It's a Politoed too. That's worse case. Okay. Because I want to use Politoed for Perish. Ah, that's really annoying. All right, doable game. Let's protect our Sylveon, and I think Salamence here, or I could sack Poly, which I don't exactly like that option. It might be my optimal option though. I guess the question is, what are you gonna do here? I guess I could Scald the Colossal and Yawn it. That might not be a bad play, because I can double protect the last turn. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna double it up. I think Politoed's done his job. It could be Flare here. Like, I'm thinking it's Helping Hand Meteor Beam predicting a... I think they might try to predict me to go for, like, a Protect with Politoed and something with Sylveon. Yeah, okay, they did. So I did catch that. I'm not sure if this is still the game to win, though, but definitely a possible one. Scald into the Colossal. Knocks it out. Beautiful. That's so good. That is so good. Okay. I need Politoed to live the rocks damage. Rain is up, which is actually good for me. Do I live rocks damage? I think I do. Barely. Really huge. All right, we go Kabutops here. And then we go Salamence and we click Swords Dance, I think. Because Rock Slide... Well, Sitrus Berry was on Ga, but I mean, less chance. I think Swords Dance is fine here. And we always go Salamence. This way, if they try to kill Politoed, we don't lose to the Perish. And they're going to forfeit. Oh, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. I really was worried there. I really was. I knew my gut they had to make some kind of read, right? It was, that turn was so crucial, whether the Sylveon or not, right? If I double swap or not. I also got the read right and just clicked Scald. Thankfully, clicking Scald was definitely the right play. Because I either got the Scald off or I yawned. If they knocked out the Politoed slot, what I did was I clicked Yawn, and then afterward I would go into Kabutops, try to bait the max overgrow, I think, from Colossal, and swap into Salamence, I think. I think that was my call, and then I would have protected Sylveon, and then afterward the Colossal would have fell asleep. I could take out the Colossal, and then I would still have 3 monsters to deal with Perish. That was basically what I was trying to do with going for the Yawn Scald play, and it worked. A hard commitment read I could have made, but I don't think I could have justified it, because I think, like, I know it won me the game, but I think I had room to make that read. But at the end of the day, I think my second backup plan ended up working out just fine. Thankfully, Salamence did really well there. Like, that massive damage output saved the rain for Kabutops to do a lot of work. Swords Dance Kabutops, absolutely insane. But yeah. And that is gonna be the end of the run for the team. The team does not disappoint. It was a really fun team. Salamence and Kabutops putting in a lot of work. The only unfortunate part was I didn't get to use Salamence next to Sylveon and do the quick attack strat off. Really didn't unfortunately come through, but yeah, still really fun team regardless. And yeah, if you do want to try out the team, again, 2 weeks to grab this team. Down below in the description, there's the rental code as well as the payment if you do want to try it out even after the code has expired. But of course, as always, please leave a like down below if you did enjoy seeing these Pokemon in live action, and leave a comment down below if you used the team. Let me know what you thought about it, or let me know what you thought about the battles today. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.